Another advantage of using a negative feedback in an amplifier is the increase in the input impedance. To discuss how the negative feedback increases the input impedance of a transistor amplifier, let's consider a diagram shown here. Here we are having an amplifier unit and a feedback part. The amplifier is connected to a signal source of, say, input voltage Vs, the signal voltage, and is getting an output voltage, let's say V0 be the output voltage which we are obtaining. A fraction of this V0, MV, is fed back to the input signal through the feedback circuit. So the feedback voltage, let it be Vf, is equal to MV into V0. It is a negative feedback, means here if we are having a positive and a positive, here we are having a negative, so here also it is negative, so this is negative and this is positive. So signal source, this is positive and negative, then it is appearing minus Vf is appearing to the input. So the net input voltage which appears on the input terminals of this amplifier is Vin, which we have already discussed. This Vin can be written as Vin is equal to Vs, the signal source, minus the Vf, or which can be written as Vs minus Vf is Mv into V0. Now to discuss the input impedance, we are assuming the amplifier consisting of a input impedance Zin and an amplifying unit. This is an amplifying unit which gives an amplifying value of A into Vin. Whatever voltage appearing in the input terminal will be amplified A times by this circuit. So I am splitting the entire amplifier circuit into two parts, a input impedance part and having a amplifying unit. For this sake of simplicity, for considering the input impedance, I am doing this thing. Now let I in be the input current flowing into the amplifier unit. Then we can write an expression from here is that this input voltage appearing in the input impedance of the amplifier unit and the current flowing through it is I in. So we can write it as V in divided by I in is equal to Zn. So this can again be written as I in into Zn is equal to Vs, but V in, which is equal to Vs minus Vf, but Vf is I in into Zn is equal to Vs minus Mv into V0. But V0 from here, V0 is A into Vin. From here we can say that V0 is nothing but A into Vin. So this Vs minus Mv into A into, or usually it is a voltage gain, we are representing it by AV. So it is AV into Vin. Or we can write from this equation as Vs is equal to In Zin plus MV AV into Vin, which is equal to implies if we divide it by In, then Vs divided by In is equal to Zin plus MV AV into Vin divided by In. But Vin divided by In is nothing but Zin, the input impedance. So Vs by In is equal to Zin plus MV AV into Zin, or it is equal to Zin into 1 plus MV into AV, where the left side is Vs by In. So here, if we go back to the diagram, here Vin by Zin is In, or Vin into by In is Zin, but Vs by In will be the resistance of this entire circuit. That is, if we calculate this Vs by In, it will give again the impedance of the entire circuit, that is the input impedance of the circuit, that is the input impedance with feedback, that we can represent it by Zin(F). So we can write this Vs by In as Zin(F), that represents the input impedance of the circuit with feedback, is equal to input impedance into 1 plus MV/AV, where Zin(F) represents the input impedance with feedback, and Zin represents the input impedance of the amplifier without feedback. So from this expression we can say that input impedance of the amplifier with feedback is increased by an amount 1 plus MV/AV when we are using a negative feedback. So we can say that the use of a negative feedback in an amplifier increases the input impedance of the amplifier by an amount 1 plus MV/AV. Now we have to discuss about how this negative feedback amplifier is able to decrease the output impedance. That can be discussed in the next lecture.